Well, hello, classmates. My name is Tim Carvello, and today I'll be presenting to you part two on my research topic. It's entitled Mastering Design Style. So, in my last presentation on the topic of design style, we reviewed what design style actually means, who it's important to, and who uses style terms. We looked at what influences the development of styles, and we reviewed the categories of literature that have been written on the subject, and we uncovered some of the problems that exist with design style as well. In this presentation, I want to further the topic by proposing to you that every designer needs to master the understanding and use of design styles as an important step in their professional development. We must have a firm understanding of established design styles and how to recognize emerging ones. In speaking with colleagues and clients, we must be able to articulate the differences between various style terms, as well as clarify definitions of terms that are commonly confused with style. Well, you may be asking yourself, how am I to do this? What does this mean, and what do I need to know? Are there any contemporary resources out there to help me? Well, the journey to becoming a master of anything isn't easy. But as you will see, not only is becoming a master of design style beneficial to you, but it's also imperative for the industry. To start off, let's look at what a master of design style should know. A master of design style should have a firm understanding of the definition of design style, which is a set of expected visuals with characteristics that reflect the dominant visual aesthetic ideas, values, and notions that were popular at a given time and place. Additionally, you must be able to differentiate style from other terms such as trend or theme. And probably one of the most important aspects of mastering design style is having an intimate understanding of the popular, well-established style terms that are used in a contemporary studio. Being able to confidently define style terms is imperative, as well as discussing art and historical movements with your team to demonstrate that you have a solid art foundation. Recognizing emerging styles is another important aspect of this. Understanding how the adoption of popular techniques can become trends and eventually a style, being aware of movements in contemporary art, and overall being a student of pop culture, all of these are key in being able to recognize an emerging design style. So why do this? Why do designers need to become masters of design style? Well, first, becoming a master of design style will serve you and be beneficial throughout your entire career. Wielding this knowledge is one of the defining characteristics that will separate you from the everyday Joe that picks up Photoshop and calls himself a designer. It will enhance your ability to craft amazing, well thought out, and deeply conceptual work, demonstrating your value to your agency, your colleagues, and your clients. Additionally, from a creative process standpoint, designers need to have this knowledge and understanding to increase team efficiency, workflow, and communication. It will also help increase conceptual depth, connect better with your audience, and overall create better work. So, how does one go about gaining the knowledge to master this subject? Well, like anything, mastering design style is learned through experience and study. All agencies and studios use terms in the creation of their work. You must immerse yourself in a professional environment with designers and creative directors that challenge and inspire you. Surround yourself with more experienced and successful creatives. Learn from them, listen, and soak up everything that you can. And then, of course, you need to study. Revisit your art history curriculum and become intimately familiar with the details of each major art and historical movement and understand the terms that came out of those periods, as well as the visual characteristics and ideologies that make up each one of them. Also, attend events and conferences to stay abreast of contemporary discourse on the industry as a whole and become a pop culture junkie. Immerse yourself in the now, not to chase after trends or fads or to become infatuated with every new tool or technique, but contemporary art and politics, Fashion and music, ideas and ideals all contribute to how we see the world and interpret it. Authentically become an authority on what makes up the culture that you live in and let it inform your work. What is happening now will eventually be a design style of tomorrow. And finally, read authoritative resources to dive deeper into specific styles and movements. Researching this topic can be challenging. In my own research, I have found that there are few comprehensive style resources, but the writings of authors like Stephen Heller, Paul Rand, and others will give you a good place to start. As I continue to go deeper into my research of design style, I can see that the industry needs more authoritative resources written on the subject. However, not from the historical overview point of view. As I've outlined in my first presentation on the topic, I assert that those writings are best in a classroom environment, where a student is afforded the necessary time to sift through the extensive material and the guidance of an instructor to interpret the references. What I see is that there is a need for a desk manual to be written for the contemporary designer, one that is comprehensive yet brief, and it's an overview of each main style that an agency designer needs to know. A guide that outlines within a couple of pages only the most important information on each major style, showing key facts and visual characteristics and design elements, showing fonts and color palettes, and showing a contemporary design example that uses the design style as well. I have yet to find a resource written with such practical everyday application in mind, but perhaps a guide like that would assist in many designers' efforts of mastering design style. Well, thank you for listening. I hope that this presentation has sparked your interest and desire to learn more about design style and begin your journey in mastering it.